following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Hey everyone, and welcome to 50 Shades of Bullshit. I'm your host, Christine Lalonde, and this is the podcast where we uncover the truth about online dating. Now let's begin. Hey, I'm Christine. And that's Jada. And this is 50 Shades of Bullshit. We are here today to talk about relationship energy exchange. Jada's on mute. We've always got some kind of technical difficulty around here. We'll see how this goes.
Hold on.
Hey, girl,
Hold on.
We can hear you now. You were just muted.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, you're on a little bit of a lag, but that's okay. I'm always on a lag.
So are you.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on.
Oh, sorry, my cough.
Yeah, it's okay. Something's up with your internet, I think, Jada. So hi everyone. We are live, and today we're talking about relationships and energy exchanges between relationships. We're supposed to have a special guest on today, Anya, but she hasn't arrived yet, so we'll see what happens. I'll take a peek at my Instagram and see if she has seen my message. No, she has not. Anyway, Jada is suffering with a cold this week, so we are having a good time over here. Jada's lagging. So Jada, if you want to just pop off and then come back on, you can always do that as well. See if you get a better connection.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll hold the fort down. Energy.
I'll try that.
And hi. We've got We've got some fun stuff to talk about. We always talk about different things in relationships. Today, we're going to talk about the energy that you put into a relationship. And sometimes there are people who are negative Nellies. Some people are super positive. And I find that when your energy is off from another person, it can kind of throw off the relationship. And our special guest today was going to come on and talk about how it doesn't matter what the other person's energy is, it's what you bring to the table. And sometimes what happens is that exchange from your energy to their energy can kind of, shift that balance and bring that positive energy from the other person. And I think I believe that. I think that, when you're talking about the effort that you put in, not just, your attitude, I think it makes a big difference. I know that when I put in the right positive kind of feelings in a relationship, or in whether it be a romantic relationship, my relationship with my family, or my relationship with my friends, it really matters. If I'm, not paying attention to them, or I'm not, reaching out, or I'm not putting any kind of effort in, I think that balance can start to shift in that relationship. I don't enjoy doing a podcast by myself. And Jada's back. Yay.
Am I still lagging?
So far, you look pretty good. So Jada, what I was talking about is the energy that we put into relationships, not just a romantic relationship, but also with our families, our coworkers, our friends. I think that when you're putting in, a negative vibe, it can bring their energy in a negative way. When you're putting in a positive thing, even if they're negative and you're constantly putting in positive, it can kind of shift that energy level with other people. What do you think?
Mhm.
Do you think that works that way for you
Yeah,
or
no, I
not?
completely agree. I completely agree. I think that you take on everyone's energy is reciprocal, right? So if someone is in a bad space, then you're going to take that on. If they're in a good space, then you're going to take that on. So I completely agree with that.
Yeah, I have to say that when I started really working on myself and really thinking about being positive in life and being positive in a way that I also started manifesting's been a big thing with me. When you're manifesting, it really doesn't allow for any kind of negative vibe because you're already living what you want and you're already believing that what you want is there. So you're living as if you have the things that you're manifesting. There's no room for negativity because the minute you start thinking negative about it, that's when you drop out of being able to manifest that thing that you are looking to manifest, whether it be a relationship or a new job or money or good health or whatever.
Yeah,
Do you?
I think that the purpose of manifesting is definitely to act as if you already have it, right? That
Yeah.
way, if you want new clothes, you clean out your closet. If you want a new relationship, you get rid of all the drama in your life. So you have to act as if it's already there. And
Mm-hmm.
I know you're a master manifester. We've talked about this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've manifested so much change in my life. I manifested really a new curve in my career. And no, you're pretty good, Jada.
Okay.
Jada's wondering if she's lagging there. You're doing pretty good. It's much better since you logged off and came back on. I really changed my career. I changed the way I look at life. I look at, my health has been better. I manifest, money all the time because, living in
Mhm.
California, it's expensive living here. So I do tend to manifest money. And that comes along with the new career as well. I think I've been manifesting, the right
Mhm.
relationship for me, things like that. Do you manifest all the time?
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day, all the time. Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
absolutely. It's part of my everyday routine. I journal, I manifest, I have a gratitude journal. I've got vision boards. It's my house is covered in post-its of different things I want to manifest. It's almost insane. But yeah,
I love
yeah,
it.
you have to, I think. Yeah.
I think that's we were talking about energy, and today's topic is about energy. And I think that manifesting is the highest form of positive energy that you can put into life, into your being, and into the people around you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I have to hold on one second. I don't want to be rude and blow my nose on this podcast, but I have a cold. So give me one give me 1 second.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. So, what's happening with me when it comes to manifesting is I know that a lot of people manifest a lot of different ways, and Jada just talked about how she has vision boards and post-it notes and a vision, what is it, stick it notes so that you have reminders constantly in front of you. And you said you had a journal that you do manifesting in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have two.
Okay.
I have a
Do you have
gratitude journal and then just my everyday journal. Yeah.
okay. Well, I like the idea of journaling, and I try to. it's just not my thing. I mean, I do put some time into it sometimes, and sometimes I just blow it off forever. But there's so many ways to manifest, and for me, I manifest with water. And then
how?
I
Tell me.
release.
Well, tell me about that practice first.
So
How do you do that?
here's water. It's an interesting concept. So water is the most powerful conduit. Is that the right word? Conduit that we can have. And our bodies are made of what's the percentage that our bodies are made up of water? It's huge. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I never claimed to
I don't
be.
know.
Nor did I play one on TV. I played a lot of things on TV once upon a time, but a scientist I never did. So
not one.
no, one time. I had an audition one time where I had to go, and they wanted us to what's the word? Oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you make it up as you go. What's that called?
They wanted you to ad lib. You had to when you ad lib, like right?
Yeah. So they gave us no script, and they were like, "You're a doctor, and you're in the emergency room, and there's a table right there. Pretend there's a patient on it, and give us something." And I was like, what the actual fuck? And I was like, improv. Now I can do improv, but I'm like, I'm completely not prepared. I have no idea what to do. And I look at this table and I pretend I have those little things that goes, Claire. And I was doing that. And I was like, I'm losing him. Give me 20 cc's of, and I just couldn't think of anything. And I finally stopped and I turned to him and I said, "Hi, I'm not a real doctor. I just play one on TV."
Oh my God. All right.
I thought it was the funniest thing ever. They did not. They were not impressed by my improv skills or lack thereof.
Well, so, it's okay. Yeah, but tell me about this water.
So our bodies are made of a huge amount of water. We're like a high percentage. I don't know. I'll look it up sometime. So our bodies are made up of water. Water is a conductor. And when you put it, there's also a study that when you put certain vibrations into water, that it does different things. Like if you put negative vibes into water and freeze it, it shows these really crazy, weird, jagged edges, and nothing is just pretty at all about it. But then if you do positive energy or positive speaking into water and freeze it, they turn into these beautiful shapes, and they're like little snowflakes, and it's really incredible the studies that they do on what happens to water when you do positive and negative things. So I have also practiced God, what is wrong with my brain? I've got a serious problem with my brain right now. Hold on one second. I'm going to tell you. So Grabovio numbers. Have you ever heard of Grabovio numbers? I'm probably saying it wrong. Grabovio, whatever. It's called Grabovio numbers. It's a sequence of numbers that relate to specific things. So if you want to manifest weight loss, it gives you a series of numbers that you're supposed to say a certain amount. Like some things, if you look up Grabovio, it will tell you that you're supposed to do it like 30 sometimes. You're supposed to repeat it 30 sometimes. Or some of them tell you just repeat it as many times as you think it feels right for you. I do everything in threes. 3 is a very powerful number, and 3 is my powerful number. It's my number. So everything that I do in threes. When I give thanks in threes. When I manifest in threes. So so what happens is I take the Grabovoi numbers and I speak them into my water. So like I'm putting the energy of the numbers into my water.
Yeah.
And so when I do a series of numbers, just so you know, there's a number for manifesting a swift amount of continual money flow, financial
Uh-huh.
security. And it's
Mhm.
sometimes the numbers are in a fluid line and you say them all together. Sometimes there's a break in it and you just have to give it a break and then say the next number, give it a break, whatever. You'll see
Mhm.
it. But the numbers for manifesting money is 520 741 889 8. So that's that sequence for that. And then once I speak it into the water, I drink it. So I'm putting the energy into the water and then I'm
Mhm.
manifesting it and then I'm putting it into my body.
Into
I do
body.
that 3 times. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
putting that energy into my body now. When I do speak those numbers, I also picture the numbers in my mind. So I'm visualizing the number as I'm saying it. And then when I'm done with it the 3 times or the however many times I feel at the moment, then I give my thanks. I say thank you, thank you, thank you. I do that on a daily. Sometimes it's different. Sometimes I choose a different number. Sometimes I need help, good health. There's a number for health. I'll send that to you, Jada. And you repeat that however many times you want into your water. Each time you do it, you drink the water. So you're taking that energy and putting it in. And then doing it again, and then doing it again, and then say
Mhm.
your 3 thanks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have literally manifested exactly what I wanted within 15, 20 minutes, sometimes a couple of
Mm.
hours. It's a really powerful thing, and it's extraordinary. And when I teach people how to do this, they call me back and say, "Oh my God, you wouldn't believe it." I go, "Yes, I would believe it because." You know, and then once you do that,
'Cause
you have to believe that the money that you're looking for is already there. It's there, you got it, you got to have that feeling, you got to imagine it. So I have to tell you this quick story. Um, my editor for my
Mhm.
my productions. Um, Unfortunately, Jada knows this, but and I've talked about it a couple times on the show before. My business partner previously was a tool and lied about having the money. Um, he told me to go ahead and do the sizzle reel with my editor. I said, "Not unless we have the money," and he said, "We're fine. Go ahead and go for it." We edited it. It's ready. It's all done. We're ready to go. My editor needs paid. And I have a very good relationship with my people that I work with. I am not going to ever go back on my word, ever. So we reach out and we say, this is due, needs to be paid. And he gives some song and dance about how he's selling his house and he doesn't have the money right now and blah, 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 bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And I called my editor back and I said, "Never mind, I'll pay it. I don't have it this very second, but I will shortly." And he goes, "What do you mean?" I said, "I'm going to go manifest it." And he's like, "You're crazy, Christine." I said, "I know. But I'm good." And I manifested it and I need to look. But I think it was within a couple of hours, the money was in my bank account. And I called my editor and said, "How do you want me to pay you?" And he said, "How in the heck?
Wow.
How did you do that?" And I said, "Here, I'll show you." I said, "Do you believe in manifesting?" He goes, "Oh, my wife does." And I said, "Well, let's do it. Let's Mr. Skeptic, let's do it." So I said to
Yeah.
him,
Yeah.
"Let's think of a green ball." He said, okay, a green ball. I said, picture a green ball in your mind's eye. So see it in your head. You've got a green ball. What does it look like? What color green is it? How big is it? Is it like a basketball or a tennis ball, or the ones you get out of the little gumball machine? See the ball. You have to give it texture. How does it feel? Imagine how it feels. Now imagine how it sounds when you bounce it. Does it sound like a tennis ball, a basketball? Does it sound like, whatever? Pick that sound. Pick it in your head. I said, please know that when you do see the green ball, it's not going to be exactly like you pictured it in your head, but you're giving your mind and your energy, here comes that energy, something to have. Okay. So he pictured this ball, the green color, the size, the shape, the sound, the feel. I said, okay, you have it? You really got it? He goes, yeah. I go, and now you have to know that the green ball is in your life. You just have to be open to seeing it. He goes, okay. I don't know how that's going to work, but we'll see. I said, okay, this is how it's going to work. It could be in your daughter's bedroom and you walk by and see it. Your mind's going to grab it. Boom, there it is. You're going to, when you go to your mailbox, could be the neighbor's kid left his ball outside. He goes, but I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just working. I said, in front of your computer. I said, a random ball is going to show up in your bedroom because his side of his room is his studio. And
Okay.
I said, it could come in the form of a video that you're editing, or it doesn't matter. It's going to come. Just believe it's going to be there in 24 to 48 hours. This is at 9:30 a.m. Okay. 9:30 a.m.
Okay.
He goes, okay. I said, do you believe it's going to show up in 24 to 48 hours? He goes, you know what, Christine, I believe it. And I said, okay. I said, text me when you found it. At 12:30 that day. So what is that? 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12. 3 hours later, he texted me.
Now you're frozen.
Son, oh, you're.
How many hours?
3. It was you, Jada. You okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're good. You're good. So at 12:30 p.m.
Okay.
That's 3 hours after we did this exercise. He sent me a text that said, son of a bitch. And I said, oh, let me guess. Where did you see it? On a shelf in your office? He took a picture. It was the shelf in his office. So he's sitting here, and about 3 feet up is a shelf in his office. And in the back, he came into the room, he set something down on the shelf, and he went to sit down, and green caught his eye, and he looked, and it was a little green ball. And he took a picture and sent it to me. He said, oh my God. I did that exercise with a duck a few weeks before. I did a little rubber ducky in my head. I saw it. I felt it. I imagined what it looked like, what it felt like, the texture, the feeling, everything. Less than 24 hours later, it was like maybe 12, 13 hours later, I was doing a wedding, and the cake arrived, and I set the cake up, and I set the box down that had their cake topper on it. And I opened the box, and it was their cake topper were 2 little wooden ducks. And I was like, damn, I got 2 for the price of 1. And it's incredible. But when you're manifesting, some people think, oh, I'm just going to manifest that I'm going to find the love of my life, that this incredible man.
I hear that all the time.
Okay. So this is the problem, though. When they're not getting it, they're not doing it right. You can do it by numbers in your water. You can do it by writing it in a journal. You can do it any way you want. But if you're not picturing in your mind exactly what
Mhm.
you want to see. It doesn't have to be that man exactly. It could just be, if you're looking for someone over 6 foot, see him. If you want him like husky and big, picture it. If you see him scruffy with a beard and this crazy gorgeous hair, picture it. If if you're all about that physical, fine. Physically see him. See how his voice sounds. Hear it in your mind. What does it feel like when he touches you? What does it feel like when you touch him? What
Mm.
qualities does he have? Not what he doesn't have, what he has. So start thinking about the qualities
Mhm.
he have. See him opening the door for you and closing that door for you. See him pulling your chair out and buying you dinner and taking you to the movies and going roller skating. See him taking you bowling. See him going hiking with you. See him doing these things. If you see it, you feel it. And because when you're seeing those things, you got to have a feeling. And when you have
Well, you
those
have to have the
feelings,
energy.
yes. So when you
Mhm.
start doing that, when you start picturing that, then you've got it. Okay? It will come. But you got to keep doing it. Now, I've been manifesting love and relationship and a guy, but I wasn't practicing the way I knew to practice. I would just say the numbers and walk away. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
about 3.5 weeks ago, okay, 3.5 weeks ago, I did this exercise that I was just telling you about. And I pictured that he was tall and he was cool and he was fun and that he was, I took all the qualities that I wanted in a guy. Okay. I took all these qualities
Mhm.
and I
Mhm.
started thinking, well, every man so 10 years ago, I met someone online. Great guy. It just was the wrong timing. We were together for 2 years. We lived together. We had a really good relationship, but there were issues that had to do with him personally, his personal growth, me healing and my personal growth. It wasn't aligned. It wasn't working. We called it quits.
Mhm.
For
Okay.
2 years, we remained friends. Then 6
Mhm.
years, we were not in each other's life. He dated, I dated, whatever. But randomly, we would reach out and say, "Hi, how are you doing?" Whatever. He was such a
Sure.
great guy.
Yeah.
He was always putting my needs first. He was a gift giver. He was for little things. He was very affectionate and loving. He loved to massage me like all the time. Like even when we were just
Mm.
sitting on the couch, he would put my feet in his lap and just rub my feet as he talked to me. So these were a lot of things that I
Mm.
compared all my last relationships in the last 8 years. I've compared them to him. Thinking, man, it's too bad it never really worked with him and I, but whatever, we're friends. It's good. I'll find that in somebody. If he had it, somebody else is going to have it. So this last, what did I say?
Absolutely.
3.5 weeks ago, I
3 years
decided to do this.
or 3 years. I'm
So
3 weeks. I'm sorry.
about 3 or so weeks ago, I decided to manifest the way I just told you about with the duck and the ball and the relationship. So I pictured this person and I took all these qualities that I really want and I was manifesting. And then I took the numbers for love. And let's see if I can find them really quick. So I took the numbers for love. This may go fast, this may go slow, who knows? Nope, that's a recipe for
Let's see.
something else.
I'm gonna look it up
Um,
too.
Grabovio, by the way, it's spelled G-R-A B-O-V-I-O. Grabovio. Or it might be an A at the end, actually. Here we go. Grabovio numbers. So, damn, I don't remember. I have a whole bunch of them here. How to attract money, the codes for love. Okay, yes, I found a code for love, but I wanted a specific kind of code for like long-term relationship type thing. Let's see.
Now
Here's
there's one for marriage. Did you see the one for marriage?
yeah, there's one for marriage. I love the weight loss one. There's one for weight loss if you're not on a diet. It's a great one. But love is 888-412-128-9018. And it's all one thing. You don't have any breaks in it. But I decided to do this number code in my water, picture him, imagine it, feel it, blah, blah, blah. This was like Wednesday. So on Friday, I went down to Orange County and I had a date. And the date didn't last long. He's a nice guy, but it didn't last long. And I was like, ugh, whatever. And then whatever. Then my friends live really close to him. So they texted me and said, hey, we still have your when you put on your, what is it fucking called? God damn it. I have no brain today. It's cold here.
Is it your phone case?
No, when you have maps and your friends know your destination, where you are at all times. I have a friend that has my destination always. So, everyone out there, if you think you're going to
have your location, you have a shared location.
Yeah. So I have a friend who has got it. Yeah. We have shared location. And my friend said, hey, you're really close to us. What are you doing? And I said, oh, I just had a date and I just ended it and I'm done. She's like, we're going out for drinks and food. Come on down. So I went down there and it was within 20 miles of my ex that I was just talking about. Okay. I guess he broke up with his girlfriend back in February. I've been single for a little bit now. So I decided to go back on Tinder. And I went back on Tinder about 4 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago, something like that. And I guess I showed up on his Tinder page. And he super liked me. And then he texted me and he said, hey, looks like Destiny has other plans for us. And I started laughing. And I was like, oh my gosh, how are you? So we just started chatting. And he's like, hi, whatever. So we just were talking for a couple of days, just randomly texting. And all of a sudden, I started thinking about him in another way. And I'm like, why am I thinking about this dude why? But then I thought, you know what? Wait a second. I've really done some growth. I've done a lot of healing. I've done a lot of growing. I'm a completely different person than I was 8 years ago, much less a year ago. And I thought, I can only imagine his life has changed as well. So we started chatting. I went down to see him. I was working close to him and I stopped to see him and we had a great time. And then the next day I was telling my daughter about how I saw him and she's like, oh my God, I want to see him and I want to see his son. He has a son my daughter's age. And so we went down and spent the day with them. And it was just all the things that he needed to work on and grow on changed. All the things that I needed to do.
I love it.
Changed. Here we were, these two people who had this great relationship, but then now it's completely, it's the same, but different. So we decided to give it a try. And then I stopped and thought, holy shit, everything that I manifested in a relationship and in a person to be in my life, in a relationship with, was what I manifested with the water, with the numbers, and with the seeing. And here he was 2 days later. Now it's 3 weeks later. We're still going strong. Things are amazing. We went on our first getaway this last weekend together. It was the best time.
Oh, wait. You talked about that last week, that you guys were going to go away this past weekend. So everything was good. You traveled together.
Everything
and it went well.
It went fabulous. We had such a great time. We get along so well. It's so good. So, manifesting is, I think, just a tool to put you in the right mindset to see what's in front of you, what could be in front of you. That positive energy, the energy of putting out the vibes that bring it back to you. I really think that that is, you know, I really think that that is
That's
what
it.
makes it work, you know.
Yeah.
I've also
Yeah.
taken my manifesting that I write down, because I do write down like the numbers. I manifest the numbers. I manifested my friend George Romero into my life. I wanted George is a really well known producer and director. I wanted him to be in one of my projects, one of my productions, and I manifested to bring a specific person into my life really quickly, and that they would reach out to me. And within 15 minutes, he'd reach back out to me. I sent him an email and he reached back out to me. And since then,
Wow.
it's been, let's see, it was a year ago in August. We're not only the best of friends, but he calls me his sister. I call him my brother. He's just an incredible person. So you can manifest pretty much anything into your life. It's that positive vibration, that positive energy that you're putting out there, that you're calling it into your life. So,
but I also feel that you have to believe in it also. Some people manifest, but they think, okay, I just thought that I want this thing, I need it today. And then when they don't get it, it throws everything off. But I get what you're saying. It's all about the energy. It's not going to happen instant. It's not instant gratification.
No, you have to do something. Now, when I said that I manifested the money that I needed to pay the editor, it didn't mean that I manifested the money and then took a nap. I manifested the money, and then I thought, how can I find it? Where can I get it? Where can I borrow it? Where can I earn it? Where can I whatever? And I took steps to do that. And one of those steps that I did happened to work. So
I love it.
It gave me motivation. It gave me the energy. It gave me the drive. It gave me the ability to take that step forward. It's like, imagine that you want to bring in the energy of winning the lottery. There's winning the lottery Grabovio numbers. And you can't do it unless you go out and buy a fucking lottery ticket. If you're not buying the lottery ticket,
to you. Right.
Yeah, you don't just buy win the lottery because you thought you wanted to. You know, don't think that I don't do lottery ticket buying and manifesting. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened yet, but it's going to.
I bet it will. I believe it.
Why not? You know, someone's got to win it. Why not me? You know? So when you talk to your clients, Jada, and you talk about relationships, do you talk about some kind of energy exchange? Do you talk about, what is the things that you talk about to your clients?
Yeah, I think it depends on the client that I'm talking to. There are some clients that I absolutely adore that are all about energy, manifesting, spirit guides, crystals, sage, like all of these powerful tools. But then there are some that are absolutely not. There are some that are just like, you know what? I want this person to look like this, be this, and you got to find them. So there's no, I mean, it's very different, but it's all based upon the person that I'm talking to and what their beliefs are, right? Because not everybody is a whimsical, mystical believer in energy and manifesting, although I wish everyone would be. But so it really just depends on who I'm talking to at the moment. I tailor everything dependent upon the person I'm speaking to.
You know, you said something about, you just said something, and it was, you said you'd wish that everybody could think about the whimsical part of it, or, you know, it's scientific. Energy is scientific.
Yeah.
We are made
scientific. Yeah,
of
it's science.
energy. yeah, it's science. I mean, people think it's hocus
Mhm.
pocus. I am a witch, so it's okay. You can think it's hocus pocus all you want, but
No.
it's really science. You know, energy is real.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all
It's
made of
everything. It's
energy.
science. Yeah.
hmm hmm
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
uh,
It's
so,
exactly just like the law of attraction. It's the same thing.
mhm. Well, yeah. I'll tell you what got me on it. Let me think about this. It was 3.5 years ago. I was in 2 consecutive car accidents in a week, and it was wild.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was bizarre. These people, it was like they purposely cut me off, and I couldn't avoid hitting
Mm.
them because there was traffic on either side of me. And it happened
Mhm.
twice in 1 week. The first time just did a little bit of damage to the front of my bumper. The second one was too much. I couldn't keep the car, so I had to sell it. So I got rid of
Oh
my
my
car,
gosh, Christine.
and
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm an independent, entrepreneur. I have my own small
Mhm. Contractor.
businesses,
Mhm.
contractor. And I was like, I don't even know if I can prove my income. I don't have a ton of money in savings, and I was like, how am I going to put a down payment? How am I going to get a new car? I'm probably going to have to get a cheap car again, used. And I was like, all this terrible stuff was running around in my head, and I was kind of like depressed, and I was like sitting at home, and I was in bed, just watching TV, and I was kind of bummed. And my oldest
Mm.
daughter came over, and you're frozen, Jada. Um, yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
can you hear me?
Yeah. So my oldest
I hear
daughter
you
came
and see
over.
you. Can you not hear me and see me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can
Okay,
hear you.
let's
We
try
You
that.
just have a little bit of lag. So my oldest
Okay.
daughter came over, and I wasn't watching TV. I was reading on my Kindle. Okay. And so my daughter comes in and takes the Kindle out of my hand. Jada disappeared, so she's probably going to pop back on any second. Oh goodness, I hate having to interrupt the story, but I don't want to have to repeat it. So let's hold on a second. Hopefully Jada will be right back, and if she's not, then I'll just continue the story for you guys. Do. It was my first time in learning about The Secret. So hopefully Jada will be back in a second. Good Lord have mercy. Anyway, let's keep going. My daughter took my Kindle, and she went to the web, and she pulled up the video of The Secret, and she handed it back to me and said, "Watch that." And then she said, "You're welcome." And then she walked away. And I watched that, and it blew my mind. And I thought, oh, okay, yeah, I can do this. What is this? This is super cool. I can do this. So I took a piece of paper, and I drew the car, and I wrote down that I was looking for this specific kind of car, and that it was already in my life, and that the car was wonderful, and that it was great, blah blah blah. And about a day or two later, a really good friend of mine reached out to me and said, "Hey, I saw on Facebook you were looking for a car." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I think I can help you." And what he did was connected me with this car dealership, and they just went through my bank accounts with me, and they went through my finances, and what I could afford, and the money that I got from selling my current car that was damaged to a guy who was going to fix it was enough for the down payment. And so less than a week later, after doing this step that the secret taught me, I had a new car. And it was the first time in my adult life that I ever had a new car from an actual dealership. And so it was really exciting. And that was the moment that really struck me. And I thought, holy shit, this is super cool. What is this all about? And I really started checking into it. And I learned that it was called, manifesting. So I really started manifesting and, um, Jada just sent me a message. She said she's having provider issues for her internet, so she's really having a hard time. Anyway, hopefully she comes back before the end of the show, and if not, we're gonna have her back next week. But anyway, I learned about manifesting and about the energy that you put into things, and it was really, really exciting. And I thought, wow, this can really be life changing. And it has been an incredible journey for me. It was an incredible, this last 3 years has really changed my life, especially with manifesting. And um, really, if you have a problem with the word manifesting, because it seems to be a trigger word for some people, thinking that it is, one of those things that people are using as a like one of those words that people are, god, I cannot talk today. And having a podcast and not being able to talk is really, really challenging. But people have trigger words when it comes to certain things, and some people are like, oh, it's just a popular thing that people are saying. And so what's happening is, I think that it can just be thought of as a positive affirmations, positive, you know manifesting. It's positive thinking. It's putting positive energy into the world and into your relationships and into the things that are in your life that you need to work on or grow with or bring into your life. And it's really an exciting thing. And if, by the way, if anybody ever wants to know how to find Grabovio numbers, if you want to um, find how manifesting works for you, whether it being envisioning it or writing it, or some people use fire. I've also used fire as well. I've manifested with water, and then I have released it to fire. Fire ceremonies are incredible. So if there's anybody out there who really wants to learn about this and doesn't know how to do it and wants to have some guidance, I am happy to do that. Just email me. You can email us at oh goodness, I got feedback, at 50 Shades of Bullshit. And that is 50 spelled out, FIFTY, shades of, and then bullshit is SHYT, because it's Gmail and it won't let us say shit. So, hey, I think Jade is trying to come back. But yeah, you can reach it on the screen there. It says 50 Shades of Bullshit at gmail.com. And you're welcome to come on to the show, talk about, what you've manifested, what you've tried to manifest. Oh gosh. Yeah. Okay. Jada can use Mike. That's cool. Unfortunately, Jada changed providers this week and her internet's not working as well. Let's see. Oh, she's calling me. Hello, Jada.
Oh, are you still on?
Yeah, we're still on. I'm almost off. Oh, yeah. If you go on your backstage, he will put you on mic because your video is not working. Okay. Oh, the technical difficulties. Isn't this fun times? Modern technology gives us so much and then it takes back. It says psych. No can do. Anyway, but yeah, if anybody wants to come onto the show, we've got some really fun topics coming up in the next couple of months. Oh, by the way, next week is my 1 year anniversary for the show. That is so exciting. I cannot wait. Jada's coming on, and Janice is coming to join us. And we're going to have a fun time. And that's about it. If there's any questions, please reach out to us. We've also got an Instagram page. It's 50 Shades of _bullshit. Bullshit is spelled correctly, SHIT. So Instagram, 50 Shades of _bullshit. Come and see us there as well. Tell us your stories. We'd love to have you on the show. And we're going to be back again next week, same time, same place. And until then, let's keep it real.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share with your friends, like and follow us on Instagram at 50 Shades of _bullshit and Facebook at 50 Shades of Bullshit. Thanks so much for listening, and we really hope to see you again next week.